Mom, how do I use this?
Oh my goodness, you make me feel old. Hold on, I'll show you. Okay, Mr. Patient. I know that you probably did prank phone calls when you were... Okay, what are some...
You know that I probably did. Wow.
Look, dude,
What kind of person you think I am?
So what were some of the prank phone call things? I only remember one that we would do. Like at slumber parties and stuff like that.
Well, the beauty of it was there was no call. There was no caller ID.
Right,
so.
right. And
you could do it and they wouldn't know who it was.
You could block, when caller ID came around, you could block it by hitting *69 before you called the number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's the prank phone call person? I probably did it.
You could hit *69 and then you could call a number. And so I don't remember. We didn't target certain people. I think we would just dial random numbers.
Well, yeah.
And we would say, the only one I remember is... Hey y'all, it's Miss Katie. Well, as part of our attempt to be prepared in as many circumstances as we can, unforeseeable, emergency, you never know, we do have a house phone because, you know, you never know when these little devices are going to somehow go kaput or the cell service is going to go kaput or what have you. So we have a landline. A lot of people don't these days, but we have a landline. And we have a cordless phone system that has, we weren't sure if the fuzziness in the line was caused by the cordless phone system or not. So we purchased a tried and true, used, but tried and true rotary phone. Well, little Miss Homemaker picked it up and she said, "What in the world do I do with this thing?" And I thought I'd bring you along while she learns. Welcome to Heritage Ways. I am Miss Katie, and this is Heritage Ways. This is Heritage House, and you are?
I'm Little Miss Homemaker.
And you're going to learn something new today.
Yes,
come on. Okay, this is a rotary phone. This is a rotary dial. And we used to sometimes use the end of a pencil if you didn't want to use your finger for some weird reason. But you would stick your finger in the holes and you will dial it. Okay, now, this is called a receiver because you're receiving the call. And we used to, you know, do our stuff and we'd walk around the kitchen and the line's not, I'm out of practice. And they used to have this thing, remember Dad? They used to have this big thing you could put like a shoulder rest and you could put on your shoulder and it would kind of rest it and you could just walk around and listen and talk. All right, now this cuts off your connection, so you make sure you hold it down. And back, you know, there weren't buttons, press 1 and press 2, and there wasn't all that. But sometimes there were some instances where you might have to tap it twice or something to get what you needed. Okay, now, so obviously there's your numbers on the dial. And the way to call is you use the same numbers that you would have used on our cordless phone that we had up until now. A lot of times you see the letters. A lot of times a business might be dial 1-800-EAT-BUGS or whatever, like a pest control. I don't know. I just made that up. Bugs. But like EAT, E-A-T, so there's your E, so you would dial 3. Your A, so you would dial 2, and your T for eat bugs, you would dial 8. So that's why those are on there, okay? Also, back in the 50s and so forth, phone numbers might be KV20 or EB50. And again, it'd be E and then B like that, okay? Now, the way you call is you pick it up and then you dial your number. You put your finger in there and you would dial it, okay? You just like that. So let's move this because it's moving around. And I will let you practice calling me. Okay. dial my number. Do you know my number?
And if you mess up, you got to start all over again.
Yes.
You have to hang it up and start all over.
That's true. If you mess up, you start all over.
I messed
And
up.
you messed up.
Okay, or retry.
Okay.
Now, you gotta, when you put your finger in the number, you got to go all the way to the stop.
It's telling me I did everything right. It's not able to call you. It says
Okay, did you dial 1?
no. I did.
Okay.
I
So
only
you
did
have
your
to
phone
dial
number.
1 because my phone number is technically long distance, I guess, because it's a Tennessee phone number. It worked. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, congratulations. You've just learned how to successfully use a rotary phone. What do you think?
I like it.
So I grew up with these. We had one like this, which is a table phone, and then we had one on the wall, which was yellow, and it was in the kitchen, and it had a long cord. That way my mama could talk on the phone while she was cooking, and she would rest the receiver on her shoulder. Although I don't remember my mom being much of a phone talker, but that's what she could do with a long cord. All right. Now you know. You have a new skill that other children your age don't have, I bet. What do you think?
I love it.
Well, I love you. Always tell your mom and dad I love you before you hang up the phone.
Yes, ma'am. I love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Mom, now you call the home phone.
Buddy can answer.
Hello?
Hello. You successfully answered our new rotary phone.
I guess I could hear it all the way from Alaska.
Hey.
Hello.
See you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
We didn't target certain people. I think we would just dial random numbers.
Well, yeah.
And we would say, the only one I remember is, oh no, we would call stores. And we would say, do you have King Arthur in a can?
It's Prince Albert.
Okay, it's been
So
a
if you said, do you have King Arthur in a can, they knew immediately to hang up on you.
Okay, it's been a couple years since I've done this. So,
King Arthur in a can.
Okay.
Oh, my word.
okay, stop. Don't make fun of me. So,
Don't make fun of you.
okay, it's who? Prince Albert?
Prince Albert.
Okay. So, for the people that don't have a clue
Do you know what Prince Albert in a can
It's like
is?
tobacco?
It's pipe tobacco.
Okay.
Or if you want to roll cigarettes.
Okay. It's loose tobacco.
It's loose tobacco.
Okay. So Prince Albert. Okay.
Yeah, it ain't King Arthur.
King Arthur's flower. Anyway, we'd say, do you have Prince Albert in a can? And why, yes, we do. And we'd say, you better let him out. And we didn't say King Arthur. But it's been a couple years since I've done it. So I forgot who
We
he was.
can't do it anymore because everybody's got caller ID. You get in trouble nowadays.
Yeah. Okay, what's one that you did? I know you did.
The only one I can remember is you just call a random house. Is your refrigerator running?
And they
To
say,
which they would say, yes. Well, you better go catch it.
and you know what? That was mischievous, but looking back, oh, you made me laugh. That was good, clean fun. I mean, compared to nowadays, yeah, that was the good old days.
I don't know anymore, but I'm sure there's a lot more prank phone call things like that.
Or there's the ones where, like, even your daddy did this. Like, you answer the phone, because again, there was no caller ID, and you would say something that, like,
Joe's Pool Hall.
Okay, that's what his daddy
Cue ball speaking.
Or you call somebody and you try to order a pizza and you act like you're not convinced that it's not the pizzeria when they're trying to convince you of that. I didn't do that, but I know people did. My best friend and growing up, her daddy would answer the phone. Go ahead.
Yep.
And Zig Ziglar was a motivational speaker, very motivational, great speaker. And he
I'm
would
sure
say,
our viewers know who Zig Ziglar is.
well, I guess, but he would say that he doesn't hang up. Like if somebody called and they didn't say anything, he'd say, if you don't speak up, I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna hang up. You know, he wouldn't just kind of, you know.